Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, drodzy Państwo, tutaj Kaja Klimek, jedna z prowadzących spotkania z naszymi wspaniałymi gośćmi w ramach Krakowskiego Festiwalu Filmowego. Ja jestem gotowa, mam zeszłoroczną akredytację, czuję się bardzo festiwalowo, a dzisiaj spotykamy się z Gwanjo Jeongiem, reżyserem filmu Nocturne, pokazywanym w konkursie filmów muzycznych. Zachęcam oczywiście do oglądania wszystkich filmów w ramach tego konkursu. My porozmawiamy o tym właśnie filmie, dlatego już pora przejść na język angielski, bo Gwanjo pięknie się uśmiecha, ale pewnie nie rozumie ni w ząb tego, co ja mówię, więc słuchajcie nas i zaczynamy, że tak powiem. Hello Gwanjo, dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry, I'm Gwanjo Jeong, the director of my film Nocturne, and it's my honor to be with you because the motive of my film is about Nocturne, composed by Chopin. So I'm very happy to be with you.
Yes, music is, of course, the character and the theme of your film, but Song Ho and his family are the people that are in it. So can you tell us how did you meet them?
Yes. I first met him and his family 12 years ago in 2008 when I was making a short TV documentary. When I first met Song-ho, I felt he looked like the main character, John Nash of Beautiful Mind, starring Russell Crowe. And Song-ho seemed like living in a different world, not this world. And there was Kong-gi, the younger brother. When I met him, I recalled the other movie, Rain Man, the old movie. That film is also about two brothers. The old brother was an autistic savant, starring Dustin Hoffman. Tom Cruise plays the younger brother who doesn't care his older brother and being selfish in the story.
That's really interesting that other films are the references to your story. I really love that it inspired you in that way also. But can you tell us what was interesting for you in the story of Song Ho and his brother and his mother?
Yes. The main characters seemed like cinematic. I think Dustin Hoffman's acting was really great. He described the characteristics of the autistic savants with so much details. And the more I shoot, I've got interested in Song-ho. He was a mysterious person for me. I wanted to know him more. So I kept filming them so long time.
So you said how many years it took to make this film? How many years you were with them? For how long time?
Yes, I had put aside this project after airing in 2008, and 5 years later in 2013, I decided to make a long-term record for it. I restarted shooting that family, and finally filming ended in 2017 and edited for 1.5 years. I completed this film in 2019. I think it took 11 years.
That's long. It's a really long time.
Yes.
But thanks to this, we can see the process, right? How they grow up, because they are children, and then we have adults. So it was a really good choice to stay with them for such a long time, I think. But tell me, did you work with a team or you did it just on your own? How did it work on this level?
I had been working with my assistant director who helped me to record sounds and to shoot B-cam. Some of of the scenes were taken by the cinematographers that are in the field of feature cinema. As you know, it took a long time, so no staff can go with me till the end, but some staff helped me to uh, to finish finish my film in the end.
But you were just you and your assistant, and you were filming the things, the story, what was going on?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So you are also like a cinematographer in this film, not only
Yes.
director. That's interesting. So can you tell us how your presence with the camera, that you are with them, was affecting the life of this family? Because I kind of imagine that you enter their home and you are with them all the time. They are fighting. There are different situations, and you are there. So how that worked? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, I carefully approached the characters not to be interfered by the camera. I wanted to show the reality of their daily lives so that they could naturally express their emotions. The most important thing for my film was to express their feelings with honest. That was the key point of my film. So I didn't try to interview them while I was filming, and I avoided dramatic angles such as high or low angles, or extreme wide angles, or extreme zoom angles. The flat leveled angles with their eye level was the primary principle of my work. I think breathing next to the characters is natural filming. I was next to them all the time. I don't think a made-up angle is suitable for capturing the truth. So I gave their, I think
Guangzhou, I'm really sorry. There's some sound going on. Like, do you have your script next to the microphone? Because I can hear like scratching all the time. Can you just like move a bit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope it's gonna be okay now.
Okay. Okay.
Please continue.
Continue. Okay. So I wanted. I wanted that they don't mind what the camera presence.
But as you have a character, I mean Song Ho, who has a savant syndrome, and all those little things are sometimes really stressful for him. Were there situations that were difficult in that way? Did it take a long time to, make him calm and at ease with the presence of the camera?
He usually doesn't care about anyone as well as the camera. That was the advantage for me while I was filming. Despite the merit, I couldn't know anything from him. He looked like a huge barrier for me, not allowing anyone into his inner world. I finally failed to understand him, but I know that he lives in his world, which nobody can interrupt. I dare to say that you could realize in the final concert that he proudly shows his real ability in music. Music reveals him as a great big brother, despite his lives was the everyday life was full of stress.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that also in this final moment that they are together on the stage, and it really feels that they communicate,
Yeah.
that they found the way to be together. But I wanted to ask you because there is this observation that you look at their life, but we also have an interview, and you only talk to one person. You only talk to Gongji, the older brother. Why did you do that? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Gongi is the younger brother,
Mm-hmm.
and Songho is the older brother
Okay, I'm sorry.
who is
Mm-hmm.
the autistic
Yes, 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 yes.
servant. I didn't attempt to interview them until the last stage to be finished.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I didn't interview while filming is uh, that if I ask something to them, sorry, they can notice what the director wants. As a result, they obliged to the direction which the director implied in his questions
Mm-hmm.
while interviewing. I didn't want that situation, so the characters used to ask me what I wanted and how I would like to make this story. At that time, I answered like, "I don't make a story. It's a story of yours. You are
Mm-hmm.
making story."
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting relationship. Is there somebody with you?
My, my daughter is
Oh,
right,
of
drawing
course.
picture next to me, but I think it it makes sounds.
Yeah,
Just
there's like this kind tiny ting, 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 ting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. I was just curious. I have a cat in here, so he can also come jump in front of me, and that can also happen. So that's life. It's okay. Okay, so let's talk a bit about music because that's also apart from the family. You also talk about music in your film. So what do you think is more important, talent or hard work, or how do you see that in the relationship with your characters? Because there are two different ways of approaching music. So I wanted to ask about this.
Mm, sorry.
Oh, did I mistake?
Uh, the
Oh, just let me. Maybe I have to look at the questions.
the the chapter has been uh, I 없어졌어.
It's okay.
Disappears. So I should
Okay, so let's
print
go
print
further.
it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Can we go with Korean family?
Yes,
Korean
let's
family.
talk about Korean family as I'm in presence of Korean family. So let's just talk about that. So because the film also shows us the life of the family and the relationships that are in it. So is it really like a traditional Korean family that we see, that the mother is like deciding who's gonna do what in the family? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes. The traditional patriarchal system remains in the ordinary family.
Mm-hmm.
It does not mean that man or woman has power. It's not a matter of gender.
Mm-hmm.
To protect the family members should do their best. Uh, so the mother has been pushing the younger son to take care of
Mm-hmm.
her autistic son. The younger son is literally normal. On the other hand, the elder son is disabled. From a humane point of view, the younger brother should yield for the the elder brother, everything. I think people in Western culture might not understand the Eastern concept of families. Western people regard a person as an individual being. Mm, every person wants to live independently, but under the Eastern culture, to protect family is the most important thing. Kongi, the younger brother, is somewhat having westernized thinking. He looks selfish in the Eastern concept. It is also unfortunate that such a mindset has made disabled families suffer in Eastern countries.
Yeah, it really seems like the tradition is still really alive. And you can see that also in your film. But Gonji talks really openly about the emotions. Also, mother says what she really feels and thinks and what it's supposed to be. Is it like a normal, regular thing to be that open, or you had to ask them to be like that, to open up about that for your film? How did that work?
Yeah, the parents in modern society, the parents cannot force their children to take care of the other family members. The welfare system has been improved, but the mothers take the burden to protect their child. They still feel guilty. Some parents are forming the community to share parenting with their children. I think you are questioning about the younger brother, Kongi, right? Kongi is the special character in this film. He leads us to the family lives from his viewpoint. He tells us that his autistic brother is useless, and his mother's effort to raise his son as a musician is also meaningless. His words break our hearts as well as his mother's. He trusts his point of view. He gained this recognition through his hard life in this crazy world. But mom doesn't give up. And after all, he follows his mom. That is what this film Nocturne means to us. Yeah.
That's true. Everybody is changing in it, right? The mother lets go, the brothers connect. It's different after the film than it was before it. But tell me a bit about that in the like more sociological context, that you have this parents pushing the children to be the best. Is it really a common thing still? Because that's what I know about Korean society, about education system, that everybody needs to be the best. So I wanted to ask you if it really works like that from your point of view.
Yeah. Korea had a hard time after the Korean War. The Korean War broke in 1950. Living in this country is difficult not only for the disabled, but also for ordinary Koreans. We have to work hard. So diligence is the virtue in this society. No pain, no gain. When practicing music, Sangho needs more effort than other musicians because of his disabilities. He has tantrum. He feels stress when he uh, play music. Despite his handicap, the mother pushes her son to practice more. They believe that they should have a fair degree of competence. And also, I agree with the mother. I, as for me, I waited to complete this film for 12 years, and I finished it. If I make an effort to my work, I can get something from that. I think most Koreans think like me and like the mother.
I understand, but she has to choose. There is this choice she has to make.
Yeah.
Invest in Songko or Gonji. Like, what do you think about that? Because it's really problematic. You have two children. One thinks that you love them. The other one thinks that you don't love them. So, like, what do you think about that?
Yes. The mother made his mind early, I think. If she doesn't care about the younger son, Kongi, mom thought that his father would take the Otis, take the younger son, not autistic son, but without her, she thought nobody would take the autistic son. So she has constantly told the younger son, Kongi, to take care of his brother after she dies. Nocturne stands, I think Nocturne stands for her absence and the autistic son being left alone in this world. That's a hopeless situation. Mother chose his older son early, but there is no hope in this world except for the younger son taking his older brother.
Yeah, you need to count on somebody else to take over. I mean, like, if she didn't do it, nobody would. That's I never thought of that. That the choice is the only one that she can actually make to save her both children. Yeah, it's really strong message that it gives to us. But tell me, because we were saying it's 12 years that you were working with that film. Do you feel that it really, like, the brothers really changed, especially the younger one, because it really feels that he was different person at every moment of that film? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes. They have been grow up for 10 years of filming. You can see the older brother take his steps back for his brother's sake at the concert. He's definitely an adult. On the other hand, the younger brother was behaving childishly. He needed a person to rely on. And finally, he found that his brother was that right person.
It's really interesting that he gives him care, but the older brother also gives him the possibility to care about something. So they are, like, really strongly connected. It's really beautiful in your film that when you grow up, you also are able to be the person that is taking care of other people. I really like that. Great. So can we talk a bit about music? The note disappeared, so we're not gonna talk about music. So can we talk about documentary filmmaking a bit, about your work and your approach? So the question that I wanted to ask you is, do you think that without you being there, without making this film, the situation would go the same way, or the fact that you were making this film influenced the life of this family, that it really changed the situation?
Yes. I tried not to interfere with their lives. I wanted a real life to be presented in a film. But after editing, after editing, I realized that I was there. I could find everywhere. I could find me everywhere in that film. So after editing, I realized that I was there. I tried to remove me from the film, but it was impossible. So I left myself in the film with OST, the music. I think that's me. I think the younger brother was influenced by me. He has got much attention from other people while filming. I guess he has been seeking what the right ending should be. He was finding. After the last concert, one day he drunk and called me. He told me that he missed his older brother. That was a wonderful moment for me.
Yeah, it's really beautiful because we hear that he doesn't really want to be with him, that he doesn't really want to help, and suddenly something changes in him. That's you can congratulate yourself because that's probably the way the film worked. But were there any moments that you felt that, okay, this is too much, I need to turn off the camera and go away, because this is like their life, their family life? Did you feel something like that when you were filming the film?
오해하는 게 뭐지? 오해? I misunderstood that turn off the camera means finish this film. I misunderstood that.
Okay, so when did you feel that it's time to finish then?
Okay, thank you. After the quarrel between mom and son, I thought that this story is getting close to the climax. I believe that the characters would make a good epilogue. They can find a good resolution. So the story went on regardless of the director's will. So I felt that it's time to finish this. It was time to finish this film.
I understand. Yeah, it's also a good answer to the question when to turn off the camera and go away that you gave us. But did you feel that you are like a member of this family, that they treat you like a person that it's with so many years together, that you are part of that story?
Sure, I do. We are linked together with music. We are linked together with music. The music which Sangho play attracted me to enter this story, and we completed this film together. I like Sangho's music best because his music gives me a peace. His music is very pure, so I love Sangho's music. So I want to show Sangho's music to the many audiences. So my wish has been come true.
Yeah, it's like he's playing and you're filming, and everybody can see that later and hear not only his music but also about his life, which is bigger picture in that way. So can you tell me, when you were talking to Gongi, was he like trying to convince you, like tell you, but you know, I'm right in here. They are wrong. Like my mother is wrong. Songko is wrong. I'm the, you know, or the mother, when you were talking to her, were they trying to, you know, take you to their side in a way?
Absolutely, they did. But I can say that I always have been on both sides. Because I should film mothers, and I should film Gongi, the younger brother. After all, I realized that this story finally proved that all of them are right. The Gongi was right, and the mother was right. And I think someone was right. All of them are right.
Yeah, that's really interesting that everybody can be right at the same time. That it doesn't mean that, oh, you are wrong, I'm right, that I'm taking this from you, because we can, you know, all of us have our own perspectives on things. But what do you think about your responsibility as the filmmaker, where it ends? Like, how does it work with that story also?
Yes, that's a very difficult question. I have been making documentary for 20 years. I have been always thinking what the true documentary is, what the real life is. But I can say one thing as a filmmaker, I can give a good influence on both the audience and the characters. This story came to a happy ending. I was very satisfied with that this film.
Yeah, so that's not always happens, right? With the story, because it's life, so many things can happen. Good for you and for the family that it went okay in the end. But are you in touch with them? You are still friends? Do you know what's going on with Songko and everybody else?
Yes, Songho is in a group of clarinet band. The members are all autistic and disabled person. They formed a band and they are having giving concerts to the others, but now they cannot do that because of the COVID-19.
Yes.
And Kongi is a tour guide. He is going to abroad. He's going abroad, but he cannot do this. He is a very he is on a hard time now. He is no pay. He cannot give. He cannot get money because he cannot go abroad. So their life didn't change anything, but they are gathering more, and the younger brother is always thinking about his older brother. He think that his older brother is very very a good person because of his older brother. He became a became a movie character.
Yeah, yeah, it's always nice to be a character in a film. So that gives you some some cred, I would say, credibility, and you are more interesting person. So that's also a good thing that your film brought to them in their lives, that they have it as the beautiful souvenir also of some part of their life, right? Okay, thank you for talking to me and for all the answers. I'm saying hi to you and to your lovely daughter in Korea. I hope everything's gonna work well. And of course, I hope that oh, hello.
It's my daughter.
Hi. Oh, what a sweet girl. Yeah, it's so nice to see you both for a moment. I hope we're gonna have a chance to meet each other one day in Poland, maybe with your new film. If you're gonna make another one, right? You're gonna make another film.
Yes, I'm making Nocturne 2.
Yes.
I'm going to film the family more, and there will be Nocturne 2. Mother wants me to film them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, yes. I think I can see. I'm happy with Sangho because I love Sangho's music so much.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna wait for Nocturne 2 then. Have a great evening and great weekend. And thank you for being here with us, Guangzhou. It was really lovely to meet you. Dziękuję Państwu bardzo za oglądanie naszej rozmowy. Polecam wszystkie filmy w ramach konkursu filmów muzycznych. That's what I said in Polish, that I recommend the films for people to watch during the festival. So have a great evening once again, and goodbye. Bye.
Thank you for having me. It's you, my daughter.
Oh wow, such a nice thing. This is so lovely. Oh, she drew me.
I will scan and give it to you.
Yeah, can you take a photo and send me on email? I think it's going to be a lovely souvenir. Thank you very much to your daughter.
Thank you for having me.
Such a nice thing. Bye.